Hello guys, this is Greyshot and I'm covering a 1v1 on the map Faminville. Oh god, I'm usually it's like Faminville Approach, but Faminville Master League Edition. Okay, that's a name. Anyway, we got ourselves two players that are duking out against each other, and that being Luvnest, being the American, as we can see, going with a Rifleman or Echelon build, no commanders as of yet, with Quiritz going with a Pioneer, MG, and a soon-to-be Grenadier build, duking it out. So, very cool to see. Anyway, this is part of the Master League, a tournament set up for highly competitive players, duking it out against each other to show who is #1 in the world. And, yeah, we'll see how things go. Right now on this approach, we have Riflemen in cover waiting for the Germans to come in. But Quiritz not taking the bait, instead firing from range, actually managing to suppress the unit in cover. I guess one of the models of the unit must have been outside the cover, which allowed him to suppress. He's trying to get out of there, but Pioneers will keep fire going, keeping him suppressed a little longer. On the far side, we have Riflemen on standby, moving on in. We also have the Echelon squad going for the fuel, but Grenadiers are stopping them from building the tank traps as well. They are, not tank traps, the barbed wire, as well shooting it, and now moving in to cover themselves. Most likely, they're skipping cover. They're pushing straight for the Grenadier, which makes sense. You want to make sure that you stop the enemy from getting fuel, and if you can do that, it's super imperative, as you essentially delay their light armor and in company for us to... it's funny, light armor used to be kind of not really that important, but because of updates and changes, light armor has become fundamental for changing the course of the game, or rushing for medium armor, you know, but that's a risky strategy if you do so. Pioneers push back, low on health. Grenadiers opening fire as well. They're trying to do what they can with what they got, and right now it seems like it will be enough. Riflemen go running back to base with actually one model remaining, so good job wearing down the infantry. By the way, chat, if there's any issues while the live stream is going, put in chat and I'll try to update or fix the issue. Grenadier trying to push on in and getting cover has a bit of an issue. Remember, if a Rifleman fires along heavy cover, again, it receives less damage, rather than the infantry section to get a little buff. Grenadiers are medium cover, so they receive a little more damage. Luckily, the Riflemen don't have an MG backing that up, and the MG easily pushes back the Rifleman squad and forces the Luvnest to rethink his strategy. And what is his current strategy? Well, tank traps and barbed wire. Not bad. He grabbed the capture point. And to be fair, neither side has really gone after the capture point, which is fascinating after 3 minutes of warfare that you don't see someone try to go for that. But they're so preoccupied with going for fuel and making sure that's captured. Which, by the way, Quiritz has double fuel right now with 33 fuel per turn compared to 13 for the Americans. More tank traps going down. We got Grenadiers going to cover, trying to do what they can. Rifle grenade is fired. Hits the Echelon squad dead on. Models are down on overall health. And the forces are pushed back effectively. Very nice. Grenadiers very low. Grenadiers trying to go for the kill, but because of the placement of the, well, just the retreat path, I don't think he'll be able to. It's very low, but yeah, no. If that tree wasn't there, kind of blocking some of the shots, he probably could have finished it. We have a lieutenant, so again, that could be, what, utility car? Yeah, and also Stuart. But either one could be good. The problem would be a Faust that could come in. Grenadiers, again, on standby. But if the lieutenant closes on in, especially in cover, this thing will tear you apart very quickly, I might add. So it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, do we want to stay and fight or run and fight another day without having to drain manpower? Seems like a good idea. Retreat. Medics are back at base, so the Grenadier can easily heal itself. The ambulance is also back, so the Riflemen are reinforcing. Right now, the Americans have more front line. So I see in the very near future a American counterattack by Luvnest to try to reclaim territory. But while Quiritz is down on men, because, you know, 3 compared to 4, he is not down overall on, well, support, as we have a 222 about to deploy, and we have the possibility of G43 rifles on these guys being given. Though, again, probably wants to build up more munitions before starting to use that, as you want to make sure you have some Fausting capabilities. Again, Lieutenant and a Echelon grabbing territory and pushing the enemy back. Quiritz is in full retreat right now. And the 222 I hear in the distance. Right now firing. Rifleman trying to get in close again. If you want to know why, they have AT grenades. So they tried to snare the light armor, but the T-22 is not having it. I love Quiritz easily saying like, nope, we're going to back up and go and just anticipate what the enemy's going to be doing to hopefully keep them back. And make sure the 222 is in pretty good condition. Which, by the way, he is now focusing on their Echelon, who has no AT capabilities. Sorry, this isn't a real engineer. And yeah, the 222 will effectively keep the Echelon busy and worn down. Lieutenant could get a bazooka. He is getting a bazooka, which is good and bad. Good news is AT. Bad news is less infantry power to fight other infantry. But it could be worth it, as I don't see any other major AT in the near future. He could do something like airborne, drop himself an AT gun. I've seen a lot of players do that when they go down a Lieutenant Doctrine. Other capabilities could be Rangers with bazookas. They get the increased damage and penetration. Grenadiers with G43 rifles. Also, a Jaeger command squad is on the field. So now we're seeing a little more parity with infantry on infantry, plus the better armor being the 222, which, even though Luvnest have more men, doesn't really matter if you can't really deal with that 222, which again we've seen him use very effectively. So again, Rifleman pulling on back. Down south, good rear echelon rifle grenade. Does a pretty good shot, forces the lieutenant back, and they take the territory. Right. Oh, and MG's also moved up, which stops the Americans from counterattacking in mass. So they have to either flank or move cover to cover, or literally use cover to cover, which is an option, though he needs more points. Again, he's flanking. Also, I just realized the Master League in Master League right here. That's pretty nice. Forces are retreating. Grenadiers and MG on standby. Okay, not too shabby. Riflemen are still in the building, but Pioneers don't really care, and they're going for that position, which is the munition point. Right now, again, Quiritz, 39 fuel per turn. Luvnest, 13. But while Quiritz is going with a double 222, that could be very risky. While they're both pretty good with our autocannons, they lack armor. And with a Steward on the field, those 222s are going to really have to make sure they can hold it back with good Fausting, good 222s from afar, and hopefully don't take too much damage. Arm-piercing rounds would also work. Also, I really like the ambush camouflage to hide the MG. Really allows some great ambushing to occur as they think, oh, there's nothing there. MG pops out, suppresses the infantry, deals with the incoming push. Right now, if I had to bet, it seems like Quiritz has this game in the bag. He has a sniper being made. He really doesn't care at this moment of trying to rush for... Oh, wait. Oh, instead of sniper, he gets a Pack 40. Again, makes sense. Wants to deal with that Stuart. Stopping its tracks. Again, squad moving back, but Stewart is heading to the left. Oh, against Grenadier. Okay. Not able to help out the Echelon in time. They're driven back, and he's not able to capture the base right now. We'll have to send more men up. Rifleman dealing with a 222. Again, Quiritz has been on the ball this game, doing a very good job at microing his forces. Rifleman driven back. Again, very little going to Luvnest right now, and a lot going to Quiritz. 57 munitions, 35 fuel per turn. So I could easily see some major... Well, hold on. First up, Battle Phase 2 is not available yet, right? He has unlocked it. Plus, it'll take time for you to build up to your medium armor. And again, every time he gets one of these 222s, it is another minute, most likely, roughly, that he won't be able to get that armor. So most likely at this current rate, he won't get armor until like the 14-15 minute mark. But to be fair, Luvnest won't get armor for like another 10 minutes. At this rate, probably closer to 15 if he keeps holding around 13 fuel. So it's not going all that great. Stuart got hit by a pack round, but he's still trying to fight. Grenadiers are slowly being upped with G43s. Again, Stuart really doesn't care what they're given in terms of weaponry. He's just going to keep shooting them from afar. 222 has to worry about the lieutenant. A rifleman now upped with bars, so it looks like he did get some munitions. And it is wearing down some of the infantry, but reinforcements are coming in with the MG and 222. Nice mortar! Grenadier is very low, being driven back. Can we get some models off that unit? One model's taken off, but the MG suppresses. Stuart coming in along the side. Pack gun on standby, hits to Stuart. Might not be able to get out in time. Backing on up. Fires, misses from a direct shot opportunity. The Quiritz tried. The ground fire did not work. And unfortunately, the unit prevailed. Now, a push on right did take the fuel, but Grenadiers will stop that in its tracks. We have Echelon in cover trying to take the left, and they're a little more likely to do it. He can't stop them from decapping unless the Grenadiers come in. But it's going to be a little too late. And with the decap, he's going to pull back. Right now, we have a 50 cal machine gun. Pretty good machine gun, in my opinion. I like how it has a native armor-piercing round component to it. Again, really helps against light armor. And with a nice wide arc, so if the 222 comes on in, could have some issues there. But again, it would have to stay inside its cone of fire for the duration of their piercing rounds for it to really have a meaningful effect. And we've seen Quiritz do very well in the micro department, so I just don't see it. But even though I've been praising Quiritz, there's one thing I have to say that he apparently did do as well in holding the VPs. As we can see, Luvnest is not that far off from Quiritz. Now, Quiritz has the advantage right now, but I will give credit where credit's due and say Luvnest is keeping things a little more comparable in that way. Resources, no. Quiritz still has the lead, but overall, it's looking pretty good. Stuart pushing on in against the 222, hoping to kill it. No mines in the vicinity. He could finish it off. Where's the pack gun? It is lying in wait, but 222 does not, I'm sorry, not 222. Stuart does not take the bait against the 222. Rifleman is suppressed though. MG again, up to almost Vet 2. We have the Stuart and MG, which, by the way, can hit the pack. It is technically in range, but instead it's going to focus on the Pioneer. Most likely, again, wants to focus on keeping infantry at bay and stopping from capturing the territory. Again, the Air Command Squad drops smoke, most likely to maybe move in and grab the territory, or, you know, stop the 222. On the far right, we had a grenade, which was the Model 24 he gets with the Doctrine. Alright, successfully pushes back the Grenadier, but again, the Lieutenant as well is pushed back by either the MG or, no, it's probably the MG. Pack gun is repositioning. I like how he's constantly moving his Stuart so the pack gun doesn't have a clear line of sight. Very good to see. Left-hand side as well, we have a Rifleman squad just chilling out. Now, here's the thing. Grenadiers could try to sneak from behind, use cover, get close, and rifle grenade. But, again, looks like he's going to engage. Oh, he doesn't have ambush camouflage. Never mind. I thought he had this one for that unit, but he does not. Does any of them have it? No, none of the Grenadiers have it, but the MG has it for sure. And, of course, natively for the Jaeger Command Squad. He's going to push on in. Grenadiers being hit from 3 different directions. He's going to pull back, most likely. Very low Grenadier. Oh, hold on, Rifleman. Trying to put pressure, but no, they're going to focus on grabbing the territory and holding that back. We'll give credit. Luvnest is doing a fierce counterattack, though it doesn't look like any of Quiritz units have died so far. All the 222s are low on health, relatively speaking, but still in the fight. Riflemen as well have been fighting for a long time, and now they get support from a captain. If you're wondering why he went captain instead of trying to rush for the major, fuel. He can rush for the fuel right now and maybe get something, or he could do the smart move, get an AT gun, and expect the medium armor that he calculates would be showing up right about this time. Which he's not wrong. In another probably 30 seconds, we're going to see a Panzer IV on the field. And honestly, he doesn't have the firepower to deal with that. Well, one bazooka, the Panzer IV is just going to say, I don't really care. Now, Grenadiers are pushing back the Riflemen, grabbing the territory. Echelon chilling by the fuel, but again, trying to grab those resources. Now it's flip-flop, but again, you need to consistently hold the resources in order to really take advantage of it. Quickly capping and decapping doesn't really do all too much. Prolonged territory capture really is the key here. Make sure you can hold your lines. And with the Panzer, I'm not sure you can. Trying to pick off the unit. Can he? Be the first kill of the game. It's very low. MG could continue to fire on it. Grenadiers wearing it down. Oh my, that lieutenant is so low, but he does live to fight another day. He does indeed. AT gun about to deploy. A little late, but better late than never. Infantry pulling back to base. The armored spearhead of this group is doing pretty well. They're pushing through. Panzer IV, backed up by the 222s, are clearing a path straight for the base of Luvnest. Stuart is trying to move on in, but again... Oh, wait, hold on. He actually penetrated. Stuart being penning the Panzer IV, bringing it down, I would say about 20% of its health, maybe 50. Our AT gun did a lot more. Unfortunately, we do have the first knockout, which is the MG going down.
A capture point is under attack.
But AT gun is now trying to move on in, maybe. Oh, Pack gun trying to kill the MG. Rifleman moving on in, trying to stop that. Unable to. First confirmed kill being the MG for the Americans. AT gun is on standby, but the armor has pulled back for healing by the Pioneer, which does have a hazard removal package. Same thing with the Echelon having that. Essentially, barbed wire, mines, and maybe some faster repairs are in order. 222 clearing up the infantry on the flank, doing what he can with what he has, and yeah, again, he continues to prevail. But again, the Rifleman that Luvnest has is not giving up without a fight, continuing to push on in. And they do have the right-hand side, which means consistent fuel. And that's the thing. Right now, Luvnest has a fuel, and hopefully if he keeps it, I could expect armor... What? If he gets a major... manpower, again, losses may delay some things. Oh! Yeah, never mind. He gets a little more manpower now since the lieutenant died. Sniper now is on the field, has gotten a kill, which might help pick off the lieutenant. Panzer IV trying to hit the right. Stuart going on in, AT gun repositioning. Rifleman again has a lot to deal with, but did push back the sniper. Again, 222's right there, focusing on the light armor. They're hoping to kill it, but a lot of shots are missing target. They do hit. AT gun's unable to finish because of the house blocking. And both 222s are roughly 50-60% of their health. AT gun is currently no, it's actually definitely being hit by the command squad. On the right hand side, we have Grenadiers moving on in to grab territory. Munition wise, Quiritz is not doing as well. But to be fair, he's upgrading a lot of his men. But I should rephrase that. He doesn't have a lot of reserves. He doesn't have reserves to deploy fuel and to mass fouls to do anything like that, as he's been using it. Anyway, Stuart is crippled. They're hoping to do some repairs to get operational. Might need to do emergency repairs, though it looks like he's just gonna fully repair it. If you need to quickly do it, you do that. But if you think you can heal it, good job. And looks like, yeah, Vet 3 Stuart is now operational again. Very close to a foul. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have munitions again. Doesn't have the reserve munitions in order to do that Faust, to snare that Stuart. Although, to be fair, Luvnest, let's not make 3 units lost in the span of the last few minutes now. He can't afford it. Although he's trying to make something dead, and the sniper is on the menu, but he's unable to really hit it. Same thing, Pack 40 unable to hit the Stuart. Hold on now. MG is very close to death. Panzer IV as well being charged by the Stuart. The balls on that light tank. But you know what? It was a very effective push. Panzer IV down about to a quarter health. Pack 40 unable to get a shot on the Stuart. And Stuart's still able to provide some fire support. Though overall, the map has pushed against Luvnest and now in Quiritz's favor. Mortar, 9 kills, has done wonders against a lot of the German forces, but unable to get that definitive kill on a lot of units. But Grenadiers might change that. Can we get a frontline unit dead? That would be 2 frontline units. Come on. 1 Grenadier dies of high veterancy. Very low on health. Stuart trying, but unable to finish off the unit. Still, that is a confirmed frontline unit kill. That is pretty impactful for Luvnest. He needed that. He absolutely needed it, and he got it 100%. And good for him, as that keeps him viable in this battle. Captain is now moving on in. I don't think he has bazooka, but I do think he is trying something. To what? I don't know, but I don't think it was expecting the Panzer IV outside the smoke. We had the Jaeger squad that did manage to kill the mortar and Faust the Stuart. Panzer IV could move on in. AT gun is knocked out. Where is he? Oh, back at base. He could man it, but with the re-echelon over here, he's going to need to pull it back in order to get a cheap capture, I would say. Sniper is on standby. Let's see. 5 kills near mid. Panzer IV dealing with the left. Ostwind is on the field. I missed that being made. Again, Luvnest is going to need some serious help in order to deal with a lot of this armor. As well, he has an AT gun. How do I put this in the best way possible? If all the armor were to charge his AT gun would be swamped. That's why it's important to have an equivalent amount of anti-armor, anti-air, or whatever you need against your enemy. Because if you have just one, and the enemy has like a bunch of units, like, okay, cool, you have it to fight this Ostwind, but the Panzer IV is still going to, you know, cause havoc. Stuart pulls back. Pioneer squad engaging the captain. Most likely will cut off the territory and retreat. Yes, I will, Von Acid. I'll put a, but right now it's the first game, so that's why I do not have it up. Stuart moving on in. Right now, Stuart is pulling back. AT gun does get a rear hit on the Panzer IV. Panzer IV, though, again, has the... Hold on. They're trying to push on in. I was talking about the Panzer IV upgrade, but hold on. I see something possible. Sniper up to vet 1. Grenadiers and Jaeger squad pulling back. But again, infantry's low. Oh, they weren't able to finish it. Can we finish off the 222? No. He pulls back. Panzer IV misses a shot on the rifleman. That is a fair point. Luvnest has not chosen the commander yet. Chat, that is an excellent point. Panzer IV, by the way, 14 kills. AT gun repositioning to engage. I do not know, chat, why we do not have that. Because again, hypothetically speaking, if Luvnest, I mean, right now it's alive, but if Luvnest simply wanted the AT gun, he could have gotten airborne. So it is one of those question marks lingering over this game as to why he didn't go at least airborne if he needed AT in this scenario. Rangers can be is a very expensive unit, and again, upping them with 3 bazookas. If Quiritz is doing this well with, let's say, 222s and pulling them back, it could be very hard for them to get close with the Rangers. But Rangers do get that increased firepower with the bazookas, so if he does get close, it would be worth it. It could easily do a lot of damage to even the Panzer IV. Again, it's no joke how powerful they are, but again, you have to be realistic. Yeah. With how much munitions you're willing to spend on that unit, and is it worth it if they focus on the unit to kill it? Speaking of focusing, Pack 40 gets neutralized by double riflemen with bars. MG stops them in their tracks, but the damage is done. Pack gun is offline, while the AT gun is trying to maybe ground fire? It could be. But again, if the AT gun's preoccupied over here, Panzer IV and Ostwind have free game to push elsewhere. Rifleman gets hit by a mortar. Great shot on target. Stuart again pushing on in, trying to do what he can. But Pack gun is recrewed, and the AT gun will be pressed by the air command squad right now. Again, very low on health, but he's still pulling back. We have a light artillery barrage. He's still pulling it back. So, maybe it's a scared off? I don't know. I truly do not know. Panzer IV pulling back. Sniper continuing to put pressure on the rifleman. Again, putting pressure on them so they can't simply hide. Luvnest is getting himself a Sherman. I'm a little unsure on that call, as we're seeing a second Panzer being deployed. So 2 Panzer IVs, 1 Ostwind, and two 222s. Or 1 444. Is that? Can we just say that? Is that easier? Anyway, point is, we're in this situation right now where the enemy is mass deploying and still has lots of armor, but you yourself are getting 1 Sherman? Again, I can see what he's doing. The idea would give him the extra defense, so that way the Sherman can have a chance against a lot of firepower, but it's not exactly known for high damage dealing, and I think maybe a Jackson might be the better call, as he has a ton of infantry that have been doing work. I don't know if a Sherman with high explosive rounds is the right call, but we'll see how things play out. Right now, it's 100 to 328. Quiritz in the lead with resources as well. It's going to be a fierce counterattack that will be needed. 222 is hit, by the way, by the M1. But again, if any player can launch a counterattack and overwhelm the enemy, even with less men, Luvnest is a good candidate for that. So we'll see. Panzer IVs are heading left to deal with the rear echelon and the riflemen. Again, Panzer IV does get hit by the Sherman. Oh wait, no, he has high explosive. What is he doing? Switch rounds. He's been hit from behind. Armor's pushing on in. He's about to be Fausted. This is bad. Did he... Well, Quiritz just said, hey, you see your Sherman? You got the wrong rounds in. I can charge that easy. And he did, and they're dead. Ambulance is dead. Mortar is dead. Captain is dead. Everything is dead. I repeat, everything is dead. And there goes the game for game 1. Luvnest, unfortunately, drops out, leaving Quiritz the winner. I mean, to be fair, he would have won this game. But still, good game. Let's see in the after action report how things look. Because, oh boy, that final minute, that was a slaughter. That was an absolute slaughter. That Sherman's like, I'm here to save the day. Immediately annihilated. Immediately. But let's double check to see. Quiritz, 152 kills, 80 losses. Luvnest, not so great with those odds, 78 to 163. More damage to Quiritz. Again, 40 kills, 1. Again, Stewart, I think, did kill some type of weaponry, I think. Maybe, was it the MG? I don't know. Anyway, Quiritz, maybe he did kill the 222 and I just missed it. Or a 222. Grenadiers, 49 kills, 1 death. Okay, yep. And Sniper, 19 kills. I didn't even pay attention to that Sniper in the last minute. But, hey, good job getting kills. But overall, if we double check, let's see. I know, yeah, Pack Gun was knocked out. We lost the Grenadier, but otherwise, no, he never lost the 222s. So it must have been some weaponry. Or Luvnest lost his captain, lost his lieutenant, lost his 50 cal, lost his mortar twice, lost the Sherman, lost the Stewart. Yeah, he lost everything. So again, I think that game goes to show, I think the biggest issue in that situation was Luvnest's inability to pick a commander. I think that if he would have picked the airborne commander, that might have helped him. And that would have helped get AT a little earlier. That would have helped maybe save some manpower and fuel for the Major with a bazooka or just something else. I know a captain was pretty good on the front line. But at the very least, I don't think it really mattered about the captain. I think it mattered about the AT. And I think getting more AT would have also been beneficial. But that's my take on the matter. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have another game to cover. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17, and today I'm casting a 1v1 part of the Master League Season 2. This is a game, which is match 2 in this series, with Quiritz as now the Soviet versus Luvnest as the OKW. Right now, we got ourselves Stern Pioneers, and as well, it looks like a Kubel being deployed with Volk squads on standby, with a lot of conscripts being brought up. The question is going to be, are we going to see something a little different? Last time, Luvnest didn't choose a commander, and everyone was questioning in my chat why. Will he do the same thing, or will Quiritz continue his, path of domination? Who's to say? But no matter what, again, you can support the Master League with some links I will put in the chat. And as well, if you want to support Ukraine, I did also post a link to a charity down below as well. I'd be helpful as I can with charities in my Twitch chat, and or I guess in this special scenario in my YouTube chat. But anyway, Stern Pioneers and stuff grabbing territory. Kubel engage the conscripts, bringing them down like about 20% of their health. Still, every little bit helps, and if the Kubel can get some good shots in, it's better battles later on for a Volk squad or Sturm or whatever the case may be. So, every little bit helps. On the far right, we have Volk squads building some cover. Let's see. And then we have Engineer squad walking on into that, so it's probably not going to go up. Yeah, Aphyria, I agree with the separation anxiety for my cat. Unfortunately, I think some separation is needed for this Volk squad Engineer as they duke it out. Both are in heavy cover, which is actually kind of hilarious to see. Now, generally speaking, Volk squad has more firepower, so I expect them to win this. But in mid, Sturms are about to fight double conscripts. They don't have support, so he's going to need something, but Kubel is busy grabbing the territory. Third conscript coming on in. Now, Sturms can win close range, but from a distance, conscripts should be able to win that fight. Gets in the building to try to hold on a little longer, but again, he's being overwhelmed by mass infantry. Now, luckily, Stern Pioneers still do very well close range, and he's shredding the conscript squad. Looks like the building is a good tactic, pushing back a unit. Kubel bring it down even further. AT grenades are not up yet, but he is getting medics. Stern Pioneer still in the building, providing fire support, down to a single model now with Volk squads on the front. He may want to retreat the unit, as it is a bit low. Conscripts very low, but and now Engineers being brought up to the table. Conscripts get in the building like, haha, we'll show you. It's like, well, Stern Pioneers have better weapons. I don't think you can necessarily do as well in there, but hey, you're doing something. Kubel trying to engage. Engineer squad's kind of there, and he's like, nope, I'm not fighting this battle, and gets that guy to dodge. Now, Volk squads are moving on in, and again, there's 2 of them, plus the Kubel. They're easily going to lock down this territory, in my opinion, and I just don't see the Soviets. They don't have any men in the proximity. They have some, like 1 squad, but like it's going to be a minute before they all come on in, which actually brings up the question. You got 2 engineer squads. I'm assuming double flamethrowers, right? Is that your tactic, or just one with a flamethrower that you reinforce with? What's the goal here, Quiritz? You got medics, which is good to reinforce. I mean, Luvnest hasn't picked anything yet. He's still stuck with his base building. I think he wants to probably get that building up sooner than later, because he probably wants some upgrades. Probably isn't great. He doesn't have anything to use. And now the Soviets have a flamethrower that'll burn you out of cover. And yeah, this big old group is moving on in, and there's not much to stop it now. Volk squads do what they can, but the flamethrower unit will burn him out of cover. And again, the lower the health of these units, the worse it's going to be, as, well, quite simply, he has no medics. Okay, that's a lie. He has medical supplies, but he doesn't have a medical building yet. And I assume that's what Luvnest will go. Though, because of the delay, I wouldn't be surprised if we went with a mechanized building or something. But again, it will be curious if he goes mech. Kubel stops him, by the way, from building the cover, which is great. 5 kills already, vet 1. Kubel already showing how amazing it is. Everyone's like, oh no, you can't get a Kubel. It's not strong enough. It's not good. No, it's great. It's light infantry. It's great. It can do a lot of good work. And right now, we have a fierce counterattack done by a lot of Volk squads. No, a lot of Volk squads with no upgrades, but a lot of Volk squads. Flamethrower unit and conscripts doing what they can, but the Kubel is flanking them. Conscripts try to focus fire, but now the Volk squads might have an opportunity to swing on in and focus on one unit. A very powerful unit, but a unit that is not known for having a strong defense quality to it. Conscripts will push back the Kubel. Sturm could easily heal it, though they're preoccupied in battle. Over here. Oh my god, we have a doctrine, but it's not the doctrine I would have expected. Quiritz going defensive tactics. Okay. Now, again, solid unit. Gets yourself a Dushka. Gets yourself a heavy mortar. Bunkers. As well as, again, AT Overwatch, which is amazing for holding back armor pushes. And or using a T-34 to ram and then use the artillery to kill up to said Tiger or King Tiger or whatever. So it has its purpose. We'll see how things go. Conscripts moving on in. Again, some may need some more men, but they're still trying. Engineer squad MG backing them on up. Again, we already have some conscripts down south, so I expect this entire left side to fall. On the right, however, we also have a engineer squad over here. No upgrades yet on that one, but he is grabbing the territory. Would be incredible if we put a demo. Oh, no, he's putting barbed wire. Would be cool, though, if we put a demo and just waited for the Volk squad to come by. I need a good demo in a 1v1, alright? I need a good demo. Conscripts do manage to push back the Volk squad, and it looks like the Soviet counterattack is in full swing, which is great. Again, good to see that is the case. Again, glad we're not seeing a one-sided affair. Building a barbed wire, tripwire flare, I'm sorry. So at least it'll go off if the enemy, walks by that area, like here. Although, Kubel's just fine. It's like, oh, that hurt, I think. Kubel also picking off the engineer, which is hilarious. He's like, oh, I'll sneak up on this Volk squad. No, you should have really realized what it was, because, yeah, you just walked into certain death. At least for an engineer with a flamethrower. Volk squads are slowly being upped with a STG-44, so they are becoming better and better. We also have a half-track, so he did go medical, which is good, but he did go with a light vehicle approach. With hopefully medics? Yes, he does have medics, which is good. And again, being back at his base, he doesn't have to worry about upgrading it for retreat path. Again, in a 1v1, you shouldn't. It doesn't make sense if you have a forward base when the maps are this small. Flak opening fire on the conscript. Can we weaken it down even further? No, he will not. He does have detection on, so he doesn't walk into an ambush. And hopefully he can detect where that MG is, so that way he doesn't get shredded. Again, unaware, armor-piercing rounds are native to a Dushka, so you have to be very careful with it. Volk squad's in decent cover. Conscripts as well, trying to hold out in some decent cover, but Volk squad's managed to push them back with the half-track. Volk squad's up north, but again, engineer squad should be able to push him back with the conscripts, and he does. Very cool to see. No AT grades or anything like that. Looks like they're firing, forcing the conscript back. Okay, engineer squad over here. Half-track moving on in. Again, engineer squad going to be annihilated. Luckily, we do have a light AT gun. Alright, cool. At least he has something. Alright, I should note that this thing has been buffed. I used to make fun of this because it was so terrible, but they've made it a decent little AT gun, especially for the cost. I will say, though, they still have to worry about some better German armor that most likely will be appearing soon. Panzer headquarters, I would say, should be coming out soon. And again, I would most likely determine he's going to put it like in this region to hold this capture point and make sure this doesn't get knocked out as well for, holding territory. But who knows? We'll see what Luvnest does. Quiritz, on the other hand, has upgraded to tier 3, and he's got himself a half-track. So, again, already upgrading with the AA package. He's not using it as reinforced point. After it upgrades, it doesn't get that ability. So, again, half-track moving on in for AA purposes, aka anti-air, and maybe even try to neutralize his half-track. AT gun moving in position against the German one. Volk squad's holding the territory. Kubel hiding behind cover. Sturm Pioneers moving on in. No Shrek, so it doesn't have a counter. Half-Track gonna definitely weaken the Sturm. I don't think he'll kill it. He'll definitely wear it down. No AT, by the way, for Luvnest. He has to use a Faust or the Half-Track. So we'll see. On the far right, Half-Track pushes back the Engineer. Volk squad could do a lot of damage on this Engineer squad. It is very low, down to a single model. Only is able to keep a straight shot on target and keep focusing. He probably could have killed it. Dushka, while no cover, still has enough firepower that I think he should be able to hold back this Volk squad, though he will take some additional damage being in good cover. Conscripts are moving on in. Great shot from the support gun. Can the support gun wear it down? Half-Track trying to engage the Volk squad on right, but it is in cover. It can't hold. That conscript can't hold. No way. He's being shredded by the MG34 and the Half-Track and the Kubel. Don't forget about the almighty Kubel. And yeah, he's like, you're not grabbing that territory. Meanwhile, Sturm Pioneers push against the light AT gun. But it was a trap, a Soviet trap, and a mine detonates, easily pushing back the Sturm. Conscripts, though, do manage to outrun the Half-Track shots and get the heck out of Dodge. Half-Track, though, is like, no, I'm tired of this cover. Get out. I'm done. And right now, Luvnest seems to be dominating, which is the counter to how he was in the first game. Luvnest was doing very, okay, I can't say poorly. I feel like Luvnest was doing good. He just needed additional AT in the first game. That's my biggest thing. And he didn't choose a commander. Luvnest is doing better overall with map control, doing better in the infantry engagements, doing better against the armor. The counterpoint I see in this game, also good mine. So we try to lay another mine. Half-Track's like, But the counterpoint I see in this game is the fact that it looks like he has, again, he's just, let me rephrase that. Sorry, I misspoke. I just got distracted. The one thing that is comparable to the other game, that's the better term, is the fact that he's yet to choose a commander. He's yet to choose anything. And also, he has the first loss of the game so far. Kubel goes down. Unfortunate. Kubel could have won the game. Kubel could have won the game. Volk squad very low. AT gun is being brought up, which is good. Again, he needs some AT against his Half-Track. Conscripts, though, do lose a squad somewhere. Dushka very low as well. Half-Track does manage to get out before the AT gun fires the shot. Support gun as well drives the MG away. AT gun is on standby. Luvnest is launching a fierce counterattack against Quiritz, who doesn't have an easy way out of this predicament. He has a lot of infantry he has to fight. He doesn't have a better infantry unit he can deploy with this doctrine in terms of a direct fight. It's most likely a support gun hit, which it would be the mortar or something like that, where the mortar can do a lot of damage against the infantry, but not a direct fight. Luvnest has better infantry than the conscripts, and conscripts can't get a PPSH, or they can't get SVTs. They can get another model, which is good, but they don't have something that's non-base faction to use, which is a detriment. Meanwhile, Luvnest is building his Panzer headquarters where I thought it would be, in this area to guard this territory. He's going to upgrade it and again be very close to getting a Panzer IV. He could save up and get himself a Command Panther. I don't see that. I see a Panzer IV more likely. But we'll see what Luvnest does. AT gun does hit, but again, light AT gun, so it does like a quarter damage. Luvnest needs the Kubel map hack. It's not a map hack. It's a good detection ability. Sturm Pioneers, though, moving on against the Engineer. Engineers are not going to win this fight, especially Vet 2. Yeah, he's driven back. Quite quickly, I might add. But luckily, he doesn't lose the unit. If Quartz loses another unit, I think it would be GG for him. In my honest opinion. I think it would be GG. Now, Quiritz does have the last building available, and he's getting 29 fuel per turn. So he could get armor soon. At the very least, same time, I think Luvnest. And I think Luvnest's biggest issue is manpower. Because he has so many troops, he's losing that manpower. He's constantly having issues with mines, other issues, which is causing manpower bleed, which is good, which is very good, because that delays Luvnest from getting that armor that he probably wants very, very soon. Nice suppression, stops the capture of that territory. Again, Dushka's so effective, but Supportgun comes on in with the smoke and saves the Volk squad, hopefully. 7-man squad gets pushed back by the MG. Soviets still pouring in the left, and right now there's one Volk squad desperately trying to build cover before the infantry can come in. Con rebuild. Yes, he did build another con. He does have Molotov, so we can throw him out of the building. Half Track is still alive. Vet 2, 11 kills. I love Quiritz for placing a mine on top of a previous mine detonation. It's like, yes, this area is cleared. No, it's not. No, it is not. Anyway. Half Track trying to wear down that Volk squad in the cover. Conscript can't survive long enough, but Volk squad... Oh, nice dodge with the Half Track. Or miss with Orchidmorph, or whatever you choose. Engineer does manage to grab the territory, but can't hold on much longer. And while Luvnest could theoretically deploy a Panzer IV right now, we know Quiritz is deploying a T-34. Which, again, some could say, well, Greyshot, you should get an S-285, get a T. And I think that would be in a perfect world. I don't know if Quiritz can keep holding for another 2 minutes for the S-285. And also, I don't know if he can protect the S-285 being flanked. But I will say this, if any indication, if he can keep the T-34 alive like this half-track, he'll be good. Because this half-track has been a pain in the German side. They've been unable to grab territory, push up against key targets. They're having a rough time. Why not the Command Panther? Chat, if you're wondering why not the Command Panther, while the Command Panther does have flares, and that would be very, very good, the Panzer IV is better against infantry. And I think that's why he wants it, is he wants something to deal with the conscripts and deal with medium armor. Because I think Luvnest knows he's going for a T-34. Now, the only thing I will say is, does Luvnest know about anti-tank overwatch? Because that is a possibility. The T-34 could stun the armor, right? And if he stuns the armor, the AT overwatch could finish it. AT grenades could also do something else. T-34 just needs a shot to pen. A little harder on the Panther, but still viable. So that's AT Overwatch is probably, and also anti-infantry is probably why you want the T-34. And the same answer for the Panzer IV. He wants something to fight infantry. He wants something to kill these conscripts and drive the Soviets away. Now Quiritz is driven back. Engineer squad is also driven back. MG, Volk squads are buying cover. Hold on, T-34 dives the half-track, gets the ground shot, and kills target. Wonderful shot on target. Half-track is down. Good push by the T-34. Now we got somewhere, and also killed some model, or weakened the unit. The mine killed some models. T-34 might be able to... Holy, can we get a kill from the T-34 on the Volk squad? First mate, what the hell just flew across my screen? I don't know. But Volk squad did escape. AT gun is unable to put a shot on target. Now he's going for a second unit. Grouped up together again. Hit by another mine. Quiritz mines have been on point this game. Driving a lot of Luvnest forces who he had greater numbers of back to base, which is good. Any way you can stop that attack. Orchidmorph does get a shot on the T-34. He's going to back on up, get the heck out of dodge. Should be fine even if he takes another hit. Meanwhile, T-34, it's probably not the biggest concern. I think Luvnest trying to save his Panzer IV is right now the biggest concern for him. After it looks like some snares, mines, and AT gun shots wore that thing down quite a bit. But luckily, with some good Sturms, Volk squad's coming on in, and some reinforcements that are needed for the Soviets in order to attack, that brought enough time for Luvnest to it. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. No AT gun for you. And he got some resources off it. Pretty nice. T-34, pretty mad. Right to be, as the AT gun got neutralized and, you know, used for resources for the Germans as he tries to pick off the Sturm. A little harder to do, but he does wear it down quite a bit, down to a single model. Panzer IV is barely back to base. And again, if you focus on the Sturm and killed it, it would also delay the repair functionality of the Panzer IV. He doesn't have a mech building up, so we can't use that. So this will also delay this being killed, which is good. T-34, get a shot on target? Maybe? Misses, but it's still worn down quite a bit. Artillery hits it! One model remaining. So close. Again, Quiritz giving it his all, but again, unable to get like a decent kill off the Germans. Off their infantry, I should say. Definitely killed the half-track, definitely killed the Kubel. But one of the Volk squads needs to die in order for, I think, some of the map to permanently go over to the Soviet hands. I think the Soviet attack's been pretty consistent, but with the amount of Volk squads he has, he's able to quickly, you know, try to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. If you kill one of those units, that would be a nice win. Now, on the same point, Quiritz is very close to getting whatever you want, like Katusha, an S-285, most likely an S-285. And Luvnest is getting closer and closer to getting another Panzer IV, another Panther if he gives a little more time. But we're also closer to seeing Quiritz lose this game. 2 VPs are in Luvnest's favor. Right now, it's literally a oh wow, it's 5-1. Yeah, it's a 5-1 odds right now in terms of VPs. Volk squad, wrong time to build. T-34 comes on in. Love how active this thing is, but he came back, and now he's Fausted. He needs to take a shot to AT, you know, with AT. This gun is coming on over. Does pen with the Panzer IV. Does snare it for Raketenwerfer and Panzer IV. Actually misses with the Raketen. AT gun's unable because of the bush. AT is out of range. And neither side can kill the opposing one's armor. Although AT gun does manage to fire through and pen the Panzer IV, driving it back. So good snap decision by Quiritz to do that. The attack round worked. Now Quiritz is like, all right, I need more armor stat. And he is. He's deploying himself another Panzer IV. We did see an engineer squad die. We've seen the AT gun die. So again... Oh, infiltration grenades being thrown on the retreating conscripts does wear them down. But I think they should live. It's going to be close. Okay, T-34 coming on in. Sturm's like, oh shoot, I see that. Classic Raketen. Can't hit, I'm assuming. T-34 misses. Focusing on the Volk squad. No, he's still focusing on the Sturm. Most likely, maybe slow down the repairs. Did he Faust it? He did, but didn't really do all that much. Because again, need it under a certain amount before the engine's crippled. Though it makes it easier for the next Faust. What is also making it easier on is VPs. Right now, it is looking worse and worse and worse for Quiritz. He needs territory. He's going for the flanks. Conscripts pushing far left to grab that one, and we have a lot of forces pushing on the far right. But Volk squad is in the building. Should put up a lot of pressure against the conscript, who is open cover. We might have a double panzer push against this, though he's waiting with the ET gun. I can see why. Volk squads again just push up for the territory. Panzer IV stops the conscripts from advancing any further, but is unable to stop the capture of the left position, which gives oh, conscript squad goes down for Quiritz. All right. Again, he needs to kill one of these Volk squads. This T-34, yeah, he's like, I need to kill something. Unable, 2 shots, missing target. Panzer Headquarters opens fire. Wears it down further. Panzer IV moving on in. Fires. Does pen. Panzer IV will continue to chase. He's pushing into Soviet territory if he advances here. This gun does fire. Does manage to hit target. Second Panzer moving on in along the flank. I don't know if he will hit a mine. I don't see anything. I think they all detonated. Oh, he's trying to run over the unit. Oh, nice T-34 action right there. Might be able to finish it off. Panzer IV, though, could finish him off. He bounces off the Panzer IV. Unit is suppressed. AT grenade is thrown a little early. I think this could be it. AT guns being overwhelmed by Volk squads. And playback is over. Did they surrender? I'm assuming Quiritz surrendered because he was going to lose his T-34. And he couldn't kill the Volk squads. And he was also running out of time. I get it. It's unfortunate, but I get it. So that's it. That is now 1-1. So, wow, okay. We're looking pretty good here. So let's double check the after action report, shall we? After action report details what? Alright, so we have Luvnest, 145 kills, 84 losses, more deaths for the Soviets, 144, 84 kills. Conscripts didn't do all that well, but Half Track, it was doing a lot of work. I kind of get it. They definitely took damage. Luvnest, 63 kills with his Volk squads. I think they were pretty on point. Didn't lose anything except for the light armored vehicles, the Kubel, the Half Track. That's it. Compare that to the Soviets, where Quiritz lost, let's see here. He lost a Dushka, he lost the light AT gun, and again, that got sent over for resources. We also had the conscript squads that died, and the Half Track eventually did perish. So, again, lots of Soviet losses he just couldn't handle. So, good game there. Good game. Hello, everyone. This is greyshot17. I'm casting the final game with one victory going to Quiritz and Luvnest, respectively. Who will win this game on, was it Millfields? Mill Road. Sorry, Mill Road for the Master League. We got a Soviet Quiritz versus a OKW Luvnest. Last time, Quiritz chose a strategy that didn't pan out so well for him. Maybe this strategy will. And what does this strategy entail? Mass Soviet armor. Well, we'll see how that fares. Also, starting with double engineers, we also have a Spore Weapon Campania and a conscript. So already decent infantry on the, or decent amount of infantry on the field. But can it hold up to the Kubel and the Sturm that Luvnest has deployed? Time will tell. Luvnest has chosen his doctrines as well, a bit late. But here's the thing: Quiritz won't exactly reveal what he picks initially because a lot of the because radio is something that's passive. He'll know what Luvnest is deploying. Luvnest will not. Also, the T-30-45 and the IS-2, of course, are tanks of the Tier 4 doctrine plus the higher airstrike, and so hopefully it gives Luvnest the idea like, okay, what is he going? Because he hasn't picked anything yet, and maybe fool him. But again, Luvnest also just doesn't typically pick stuff in the last few games very early on, so Quiritz will have any idea what he picked for quite some time, I guess. Sturm capturing territory in the south. We have the Kubel and the Volk squad up north. They're going at a pretty good clip. We have the engineer squad just building a ton of barbed wire, just enclosing himself in. Please don't trap yourself. I don't want to deal with a unit that's trapped in their own stuff. Expensive Runner says, hey Greyshot, just wanted to say I like the way your cast games. Feels like I am playing it myself. Oh, thank you, man. Very kind of you, good sir. Engineer taking the northern territory. In the south, though, Kubel pushing into Soviet territory and does successfully decap it. Engineers moving the cover. Conscripts as well moving on in. They should be able to stop the Kubel from pushing forward, but not from stopping him from taking the territory. Volk squads are being reinforced with more Volk squads and even more Volk squads. So we have 3 Volk squads on the field, but 50, not 50 cal, sorry, wrong gun. It's the M19 10, which is the second worst MG in the game, roughly. Yeah, okay, it's good for repositioning, but the suppression rate on it is laughable. Sturm Pioneers, though, getting a helping hand of, well, bullets from the engineer and conscript. Not enough to stop his advance, and I think the conscript, while he's probably will hold on to territory. Well, how did he get driven back? He was on the other side of the... Hey, okay, whatever. That was weird. If so, pathfinding... Look, I think you should be able to run over troops. That's fine. In that scenario, I don't understand how him charging it made the troops back here run. Okay, let me rephrase that. I kind of get it. If you're being chased by a car, then yeah, you probably would run like hell. You probably would. But anyway, conscripts are buying cover. Volk Squad's pushing on in. And yeah, it looks like Volk Squad is just being in from multiple angles. Oh, more Volk Squad's up here, but do we have flamethrower by chance? Not yet. Yeah, this squad's definitely low. MG will hopefully suppress this other one. Kubal's under half health, about 40%. Conscript charging with very little health. I have no idea what he's doing. But it looks like Luvnest is taking the early lead with VPs, with resources actually being even right now. Though, if the Volk Squad cuts off the territory, not so much. It would definitely lean more toward Luvnest. But again, lots of men on the front. With the MG as well, that could be a bit of an issue for Luvnest. As something constantly suppressing him and harassing him would be annoying. Oh, wait, hold on. He has minesweepers. He detected the Soviet mines. He remembers. But, come on. Okay, gets out of the building. Doesn't do all that much. But the Sturms are busy up north, so hopefully that allows the conscript to be like, I'm taking that. Hopefully. Placing a tripwire mine. MG moving on in. Let's see. Volk Squad's getting back to base. We have medical facility becoming operational here shortly. Medics and hopefully an upgrade for maybe a half-track. Though again, if we have support weapon Campania, and this is a bit different, if we have support weapon Campania, it doesn't make sense to maybe go with a half-track, as the AT gun could rip it apart, because it's not a cheap AT gun, it's a solid AT gun. But again, I think Quiritz, because of radio, will be able to know what Luvnest is also going, so he's like, ah, yes, medical. So support gun I need to worry about, maybe I need to worry about AT gun. He's not going half-track, that's just not a thing. Conscript's coming along the side, again, no AT grenades or Molotovs yet, so we can't burn him out. Well, he could burn him out if he gave this guy an upgrade, but as of yet, that is not a strategy he can use. A strategy that would be probably pretty good for this engineer squad to be run, as two Volk squads chase down, and engineers don't have high defense, so you want to run like hell if a lot of units are coming toward you. Yeah, he's gonna pull back. Conscripts as well run. He's like, yeah, I'm not fighting that with two models. Maxim, I think, was a good choice. It's one of the weaker MGs, but still a very strong MG for pushing back infantry. I just take note. Like, the MG34 is weaker, and there's a bit of a... Look, I know a lot of people say the Vickers is worse. I like the Vickers more, and I definitely think the Dushka and the Maxim the 50 cal and the MG42 are better than the Maxim, especially with suppression and anti-armor. But, if you're looking for something that's quick on, like, setup time, this is pretty good. Wait, the tripwire went off. Ah, yes, Volk Squad's lost a model. Good sign, and he knows where they are. Volk Squads are in decent cover. More Volk Squads up north, but he probably won't get close to that engineer squad, otherwise he'll be barbecued from the flamethrower. Alright, so back in the north, we have conscripts grabbing territory. I'm assuming tier 3 building being made? Yep, tier 3. So with that, T70 would be a good choice right now. Doesn't have AT. Has the resources for it. Could fight light armor. T70 it is. Especially once he realizes the half-track's on the field, I think that's a great choice. And Luvnest, he does have the Faust, but again, he doesn't have a ton of resources because he's upgrading his men. And again, someone's like, Greyshot, he pressed enough for a single Faust as soon as that T70 comes out. Maybe. It's like, sure, but in order to kill it, you need multiple Faust and the half-track to move in, which is unlikely. So really, you're just delaying it or slowing it down. You don't have the ability to kill it. Whereas the Soviets have the ability to throw 3 AT grenades, and that will pretty much wear down any sort of half-track. Or at the very least, they're keeping themselves an open option for at least 2. Half-track comes on in, does immediately suppress. I call a little BS because of the cover there, but Conscript does get out without any losses. That's good. I think the half-track knows. I hear something. I think it's a T-70. Luvnest is back? No. Yeah, he's backing up all right. I'm assuming that's what you meant by back. Kubal getting the heck out of dodge before he becomes, well, wreckage. In mid, MG is guarding. Conscripts are holding territory. Engineers are trying to grab the northern bits. VPs are a little more stabilized right now. Right now with a 40-point lead going to Luvnest. Luvnest, what is his strategy right now? What is he doing? He has enough manpower to get something. He hasn't built another base. AT. Yep. Okay. Rakadmorfer, good choice. It's probably the best choice because of a T-70 on the field. Though, Ziskun's also on the field. So again, right now it's like, okay, half-track has to worry. T-70 should know there isn't any AT because it hasn't popped up yet. So as long as Quiritz is paying attention, he knows there's no AT gun, so he should be able to push. Poor Noke, thank you very much for the Prime sub. While the game goes, there's no notifications, in case you're wondering. But anyway, he's going to push up north. Volk Squad's going to run. They're like, I don't want to die to that light tank. T-70, known infantry killer. Good work. Again, right now, not a lot of munitions coming in. Quiritz, though, looking pretty good. Maybe a Molotov right there? He's getting the upgrade for it right now. Conscripts are driven back. AT gun and MG on standby. Volk Squad again, driven back from the T-70. Using it very well. Stern Pioneers moving on in. Again, MG and Ziskun will make short work of anything that comes through this area. So he has to be very careful. And looks like, yeah, most of the German forces are not in the south. They are pushing north as 2 Volk Squads, a Rakettenwaffe and the half-track, move north to counteract the Soviet threat. But there is some delaying action by Conscript, not much. Conscript moving in to intercept some of the men. Mine definitely holds some of the units back. Great job, 2 models down. Conscript's focus, but half-track wears him down. AT gun was busy in the south when the true threat was in the north. He should know there's a support gun now on the field. Again, good for counteracting support weapons that the Soviets have in this situation, or units in heavy cover, or units being suppressed by the Maxim. So very good choice, in my opinion. T-70 focusing on the Sturm, knowing that most of the forces are up north. Wear down the cover. Just wear down that cover. And Engineer Squad is driven back. Double Volk Squad's pushing on in. T-70 hoping to keep them away. Should be able to. AT's still up north, and the Volk Squads cannot take that many hits. Meanwhile, we do have a fight up north. Suppressed. Volk Squads try to hit those conscripts. Conscripts not exactly able to put up much of a fight before they're worn down. Other squads are grabbing the territory. Nice shot with the Zisgun on the Kubal if he doesn't move. Oh, he pulls back. I was like, come on. Fire again. Kill it. But no, MG gets driven back, so he wants to pull back just for safety. T-70's not being safe. He pushes on in. Volk Squad could advance. Probably doesn't want to die. Again, T-70 will wear him down quite quickly. So most likely he'll stay in heavy cover, wait for AT support to come on in. Alright, Panzer quarters most likely will be built. I would probably say the best spot would be here to stop territory from being taken. Maybe also guard the fuel if you want to put it here. Probably not in the north. Probably south. Half-track has 1 kill. T70 has 2 kills. Oh my god, they're killing so much. But at least he's wearing down the health. Recadwiffer gets a good shot on target. Second shot is also on target. T70 needs some vital repairs sooner rather than later. Tier 4 building becoming operational. Now this is where Quiritz could do very well. If Quiritz is able to get a T-34-85 and Luvnest, who could, you know, try maybe for a Panther or something stronger, instead goes for a base Panzer IV, Quiritz would have advantage. And that is something the OKW does not want. But we'll see. We'll absolutely see. Also, Luvnest has built up a ton of munitions. So I could easily see, I mean, a lot of different. As much as I want a ShinobiWarrior, I don't think we'll see it. I would probably assume Grand Defensive. Though he doesn't have the infantry, so maybe not. I would probably say he rounds a Panzer Commander. Hey, the cover's gone. It's a good job, AT gun. Need to worry about the Volk squads, though. Again, triple VPs going against Quiritz. He needs something. Right now, again, frontline infantry, I would say Luvnest has the lead with 4 Volk squads compared to 3 conscripts. You can count the engineer squad in there, but also then count the Sturm. Great shot again with the Recadwiffer. Wears down the T-70. Every shot's connecting. What was the last group? What were they, drunk or something? Because they kept missing. This crew is on point. They keep hitting shot after shot. Half track moving on in. Conscripts can move to cover if they're quick enough. And I think it's close. He could ground fire. Stun. And is driven back. AT gun, come on, finish off the Kubel. Do it. Do it. Nope. Unable to. Kubel, Vet 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. Luvnest will lead armored. Okay. Are we going to see ShinobiWarrior? Oh, boy. Come on, ShinobiWarrior. Come on, ShinobiWarrior. Not going to happen. Come on, ShinobiWarrior. Immediately, cover's destroyed by the AT gun. Again, good job with Quiritz on that front. Smoke coming down, so the conscripts are like, alright, we'll use this. Never mind, they'll run. It was used to stop the MG and take the territory. But yeah, no, Luvnest has done a pretty good job of grabbing territory. Right now, Panzer Headquarters is on the field, operational fully, which allows him to, right now, build a Panzer IV. And he will do so. Quiritz is, unfortunately, not getting as much fuel. So, him rushing for the T-34-85, not, I mean, like, also, again, he got T-70s, so that also kind of delayed him a little bit. But again, it's going to be another minute before he can deploy, because it's, what, 1:30? Let's see. 1:30, 380. He has the manpower. I'm actually surprised he has the manpower for it. So good job of keeping yourself alive. Also getting a mortar. So again, use some of the excess manpower. Got himself something to maybe not necessarily counteract the support gun. I don't think he'll use it for that. I think he'll use it to counteract the Recadwiffer and smoke key positions. Oh, Faust! Oh no! T-70 goes down. Again, that Recadwiffer hit after hit. It has been on point. What is? Okay, it's like the game stopped for a second, but it's been hitting non-stop. Half track does suppress the conscripts. This gun moving on in. Now we're seeing Luvnest definitely in the lead. Luvnest 100% has a bigger army, has better armor on the field right now. But Quiritz is not done yet. He's getting himself something to counteract the biggest and the best shot he has, the T-34-85. Conscripts take a beating, but get out. Mortar opening fire actually is counteracting the mortar, because this mortar is, this support gun is so close to the front, he's actually able to. Mortar actually also hits the half track, which helps with veterancy. He's almost vet 1 already. Good job. Flamethrower is lost from an engineer squad going down, but good news, he was able to pick it up. So the engineer squad has minesweepers and a flamethrower, so he gets both. This gun pushes back the Panzer IV. Artillery came on in, unable to really kill anything. Ground fire misses. Folk squad moving in. Needs support, but so does the mortar. Luckily, support is coming in. T-34-85. That's probably not great for Luvnest. Now, Luvnest does have something which is good for him to have. Heat rounds, and he has resources for it. So, he does have a way for the Panzer IV to, for a short period of time, go toe-to-toe with the 85. Long term, no. Heat rounds only are active for a short period of time. But it could be just enough, and it is. Heat rounds are active. Panzer IV is engaging. 85 and T-34 engaging. Bounce, though. Zisgun fires. 85 moving on in. Conscripts as well. Can we finish off the Panzer IV? Heat rounds bounce again. Conscripts trying to close. 85 trying as well. Panzer IV backing on up. 85 going up north. Instead going for the support gun. How did he miss? He was point blank. Zisgun does fire, though, at the half track. There we go. Good kill right there. Support gun goes down. Not probably the Panzer IV he wanted to kill, but still, exactly what he needed. He needed to kill something of Luvnest. And all three armored units are in desperate need of repairs. All three of them. And even better than all of that, Quiritz has the resources for additional men, which I think he needs. I think he needs some more infantry. Conscripts, I think, would be a good choice. At least to fill up the lines. But hey, another 85 could be good. But again, that's going to be another 2 minutes before you can get it. If you hold the territory you have, which obviously you're not with this Folk squad. 85 is soon to be operational. MG guarding it just in case. VP-wise, it was against Luvnest. Now he's trying to grab some more territory. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great win, in my opinion, for Quiritz. But Luvnest has resources now to get armor very, very soon. So if another 85 is brought up, Luvnest will have enough for at least another Panzer IV, maybe another Panther. We'll see. MG guarding the north. 85 took a hit from the AT. There's 2 AT guns on the field. Has to be very careful with how he approaches this. Mortar could do wonders to help counteract that. Is Vet 1, though weirdly no kills. Oh, okay. Volk squad very low. That's good. AT gun drives back the Panzer IV. 85 is once again operational. Again, Quiritz does also very close to having the resources for a Stormic strike. Half track is available, so he could shoot it down. But if he kills the half track, that strike is super good at suppressing and hitting infantry and killing them, even on retreat. So it could be a very good tool to use in a very specific situation. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Quiritz is going with a Katusha. Not what I expected. Not at all what I expected. Katusha fires a volley. Again, very good, very powerful, but again, has a long cooldown and also very vulnerable to being charged or something like that. But I don't think Luvnest would expect that, so I'll give credit. Artillery hitting mid. Down south, the conscripts were repelled. Oh, there's 2 AT guns by Quiritz. So he has a decent amount of AT as well. So it makes sense if he thinks that he can hold back the armor and get some kills on infantry. I see it working. 100%. Right now, half-track and Panzer IV are in mid. Conscripts pushing north. Again, we still have Volk squads there. He's not going to gain much ground. Sturms are in mid. Double AT in mid, right? Oh, good shot with the AT gun there. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the other AT gun's still in the south. Oh, using the brush to move on in to flank the Sturms, but misses target. Does retreat, though, which is good. AT gun is barely alive. Was that mine? Oh, another mine down south. That's cool. Up north, support gun is going to be neutralized. Or not. Oh my god, is it really not? Never mind, it is. And it's killed. Katusha confirmed KO on target. Mine is there. At least he detected it with the minesweepers. So he's probably going to kill that mine. So that's a unit down for Luvnest. Alright. Now someone's going to say Greyshot. Quiritz has this in the bag. He just killed one of Luvnest's units. And I'm like, that would be nice. That would be nice. But we do have something that Luvnest, that Quiritz has to worry about deeply. And that being a Panther. Panther is on the field and already being upgraded with Panzer Commander. So, if Quiritz is not paying attention, Luvnest could move up the armor, call in double artillery, kill both AT guns, and focus fire on the armor. That is a likelihood. That is a possibility that Quiritz needs to worry about. As well as the half-track as well.
Awarded field promotion.
Alright, Katusha should be ready to fire in the next 20 seconds. Someone's saying it's standard. I get it. But it is something to keep in mind in this scenario is the fact that right now, Quiritz is outgunned in terms of armor. Both sides have 2 AT. Technically, Quiritz is more support equipment with the mortar now and the MG. But again, also, we have detection of what what Quiritz has with the Kupol. But at the very least, Quiritz knows about the Panther because of radio. So that's good news. Quiritz should know about the Panther and should anticipate that strategy occurring. So hopefully that slows him down. Also, love the mines constantly going off. That's great. Armor thrust in the north. Faust inbound. Oh, no. He knew about it. Doesn't mean it worked. Come on. You need more men up north. AT gun being brought. Volk squad, though, targeting. T-30-45 goes down. Damn it. Unfortunate for Quiritz. Bouncing off the front as well. Folks, artillery coming in on the AT gun. If you're not paying attention and you get that suppression, it's very, very good. Panzer IV escaping up north. And now while he can get another T-30-45, he's still going to be outgunned. And if someone, wait, hold on. Can we get another shot? Mortar barely misses that. Ground fire through the building. Nope, hits there. Katusha coming in a bit high, it looks like. No, wait, one rocket does hit it. Oh, I really need to kill that Volk. Oh, wait, he did kill a Volk squad. I'm sorry. He did somewhere else. Okay, so Luvnest did lose a Volk squad. Also, Dotton being slowed down by the MG. Okay. Okay, but again, if we can get the AT gun operational again, it's not a great trade, but at the very least, Luvnest lost something, which is good. It would have been better if he lost both Volk squads, but I wouldn't count Quiritz out yet. He's on the back foot, but that doesn't mean he's out. Wait, it could... AT gun hits in the north. There's another AT gun there. Misses. AT guns luckily do miss because of all the terrain. Driven back. Conscripts moving on in. Oh, good mortar hit. Oh, so close. No chat, this is live. I literally pulled it up. Volk squad pressing mid. Mortar, bit of harm's way, but conscript is there. Okay. Down south, conscripts are putting down cover. AT guns on standby. If he gets lucky, maybe takes a shot with the mine. But MG moving on in. Quiritz should be able to get more armor soon, but the same can be said for Luvnest. Although, actually, no, he doesn't have the population for it. So, Luvnest is kind of stuck where he is. There's one model there for some reason. Conscripts grabbing mid. Again, VPs 4-1. Luvnest winning the VP war. I don't think the Volk squads are OP. You can give conscripts upgrades to counteract them, like PPSHs for close range, which will out-DPS them, or SVTs for long range, but yeah, they're also more expensive. Driven back, at least he grabs the territory that's to slow it down in terms of the bleed out. Panther is fully healed. A lot of light armor is. Kubel Vet 3, by the way. Wait, what is that? Oh, up north, Katusha hits it. Hold on, 85, interception. I don't know how he missed, but okay. Can we finish it off? Conscripts, come on. Come on, conscripts. Take the shot. Not able to. Unable to. 85 pulling back. Burning up the stern. AT gun moving into position. T-34 still firing. Again, good shot. He's moving in for artillery. There it goes. They're both here. Move, Quiritz. Move. There it goes. You hate to see it. AT gun goes down. Loses its veterancy, though he can easily recrew it. Rakadmorfer is camouflaged in mid. Down south, Opal Sedan taking the territory and cover. Good luck with the conscript uprooting it. Conscripts, by the way, have 13 kills. They've done a lot of kills, by the way. It's just, yeah, they're going to need some support. AT gun will at least hold back the Panther. Conscripts should be able to recrew this. Half-tracks in mid as well. Up, Volk squad coming in along the flank. Luckily, with the 7 men, you still have a 4 to help guard the AT guns retreating. And Quiritz is close. Very, very close to getting armor. Now, Luvnest is also most likely building a mech building for healing. But if he can deploy a IS-2. Sorry, I wanted to make a joke there. A T-34-85. He would get an IS-2. A T-34-85, he could come back. He absolutely could. I could see a good Katusha barrage in mid. Again, I also like how Luvnest is keeping his units spread out so he doesn't get hit, generally speaking. This could be the biggest thing, but I don't think he knows about this. But if the Katusha goes for that Volk squad, he can get 2 for 1. There, flare goes out. He's pulling back. Katusha's still waiting for a target. Maybe up north against the other AT gun. Who knows? MG set on up, but there's multiple directions the MG is being flanked by. 85 is hit. Here comes Katusha on the AT gun. Misses completely. Kills a model. Just the model. MG's dead. Su-85 being made. And here comes the airstrike. Low damage. AT gun is driven back. VP in mid secure. Opal Dot not moving. There's no way he's gonna move this thing. It's absolutely holding on to this territory. But the anti-infantry strays are doing work. Unfortunately, so is the half-track and the Kubel, killing the conscript. They're heading north while maybe a Ziska or engineer squad grabs this. Alright, you have the Su-85. Interesting choice. But it's on the field, and at least it can hold back some of the armor from afar. Katusha still has a minute before it can fire again. But at least Quiritz has a little bit of time, but he threw everything in order to send Luvnest back to base for reinforcements. Everything is here.
Time for action.
Oh, is he done? Oh, I guess he was hoping for a kill. Honestly, it would have been amazing if he would have Katusha this base. I don't think he would have range. I don't think he would survive, but hilarious if he could have Katusha the base. That said, it is, yeah, it's game. He left. He realized it was GG. So, that's it. That's game. Overall, it went how I thought it would as soon as he went with the Katusha. Not saying the Katusha was a bad choice. It's just when you choose a Katusha, you have to make sure, especially when you know the enemy has a Panther, because he knew from radio intercept there was a Panther on the field. You have to make sure your armor doesn't get picked off. So in this situation, chat, Quiritz dropped or left. So that's a victory for Luvnest. Congratulations for Luvnest for 2 wins. Even though Quiritz had his single win in the beginning, which apparently was an upset from a lot of people's standards. A great game. Units killed, definitely leaning to OKW. Best units. AT gun did a lot of damage. Good job there. Luvnest. Volk squads, 84 kills. On point. Conscripts also got some kills. Not as many. But still, solid job. But no, it's just one of those games where I just truly think that it was a game of it was a game where Luvnest decided I'm going to focus that 85 and I'm going to kill it so that way I always stay ahead of the game. And he did, and Quiritz did not have the AT in the proper position to save it, to protect it. He didn't have infantry. I think maybe an additional conscript would have helped. Hello everyone, before y'all go, you can check out more content above, you can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Milam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, Pyroshark, ShinobiToolx, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.